guys, welcome back to my channel. So real quick before we get into today's video, I've been pre-recording all of these so that I can really get ahead for NaNoWriMo. And as I pre-film them, sometimes I forget really important announcements, which is why you're going to see this announcement at the beginning of this video before we actually get into all of the content. So Thanksgiving is this weekend and Black Friday and Cyber Monday are quickly approaching. And I want to let you guys know that there is going to be an awesome deal, a price promotion for all of my books in the Alpha Drive trilogy, as well as Shadow Crown, on Kindle for the ebook version. So from Friday, November 24th through Tuesday, November 8th, you can get all of my books in ebook format on Kindle for only $8. It's like the deal of the century, but make sure you take advantage of this deal on Friday the 24th on Black Friday, because as the week progresses, the prices will rise. So it'll only rise to $13, but if you want to get all of my books for $8, then take advantage of that on Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, the prices will slowly rise back up to a total of $13. But still a great deal to get all of my books in ebook format for just $13. I will make sure to leave this information linked in the description box below. And other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful week, have a fantastic Thanksgiving, and let's go ahead and roll right on into this video. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and happy Monday. So for those participating in NaNoWriMo, it is so hard to believe that we are 10 days away from reaching the finish line. I thought today's video could serve as a little bit of a pep talk because I know many of us are probably experiencing the mid-month slump. So today I want to talk about 10 ways you can be a more productive writer. And make sure to stay tuned at the end of this video for a bonus tip, which includes something big that I will be launching in January of next year. Okay, so let's dive right into these tips. Number 1, have a designated place for your book ideas that is always with you. Nothing is more annoying than having a brilliant idea or subplot hit you and nothing to capture it. Subsequently, writing your ideas down in multiple places can be frustrating, especially if you don't remember if you wrote it down in the blue notebook, or maybe it was the green one, or perhaps it's somewhere on my phone. Did I text my mom my subplot idea? Or perhaps it was all just a dream that you didn't take the time to record. Have one designated place for your book ideas and carry it with you everywhere so that you don't waste precious writing time searching for the idea that you want to write about. Tip number 2, set up multiple writing environments and optimize them. No matter how beautiful or how lovely you make your writing environment, writing in the exact same space every single day can grow stale really fast. I like to have multiple writing environments, 4 to be exact. I like to write in my home office, on the couch in my living room, at Starbucks, and at Barnes & Noble. If you feel like your writing is suffering or your creativity is zapped, try switching up where you write. New places can spark new ideas, so give it a whirl. Tip number 3, work offline and do not multitask. Working offline is a given when it comes to increasing your productivity as a writer. With the interwebs and social media always at our fingertips, it is so easy to get distracted. Remember when you were a kid riding your bike with your friends after school and had to gauge when it was time for dinner, either by the sun going down or hearing your mom scream at you from 8 houses down? She couldn't text or call you because cell phones didn't exist. You survived then, so you better believe you can survive now. Disconnect and work offline. To drive this point even further, research shows that people who try to multitask experience a 40% drop in productivity, take 50% longer to accomplish a single task, and make up to 50% more errors. Have you ever heard someone say, "I'm a great multitasker"? Hate to break it to you, but they're lying. Multitasking actually doesn't exist because the human brain cannot fully focus on more than one thing at a time. The more appropriate term is rapid toggling, where you switch your focus from one thing to another in short bursts. Even so, while it may feel like you're covering a lot of bases, in reality, you're only completing about 5% of each task each time you switch over to it. Not to mention, it's going to take you twice as long to complete it in full than if you were to just focus wholeheartedly on one activity at a time. Tip number 4 is to find your biological prime time and create a routine. Everyone has something called a biological prime time, which is a certain time of the day where you are most productive. There's no point in waking up extra early to get some writing in when your prime time is at night. But how do we know what our biological prime time is? There's actually a study that you can do. Chris Bailey did a productivity study on himself for 21 days straight and charted his levels of energy, focus, and drive every hour from 6 a.m. to 9 9 p.m. By charting this information on a regular basis, he found that his biological prime times were 7 a.m., 11 a.m., and 7 p.m. Knowing this information will allow you to create a regular writing routine that ensures you'll be productive and feel energized to get those words down. I will leave the link to this study in the description box below in case you want to check it out. Tip number 5, remove expectations from the outcome of your writing. I've heard some people say, sarcastically of course, if you never set expectations for yourself, then you'll never be disappointed. On the one hand, if you never set expectations for yourself, you may never get anything done. But on the other hand, perhaps not setting expectations for the words you're about to write is the greatest realization that we all should have come to a lot sooner. The expectations I'm talking about here are whether or not what you're about to write is going to be good or bad, whether you're going to keep it or scrap it altogether later on. It's funny how before we sit down to write, we get ourselves all worked up before actually writing the words. Don't be so concerned with it being good or bad. If it ends up being good, then great, you can keep it. If it's bad, you can always rewrite it. No harm, no foul. Do not put expectations on the words you are about to write. Just let yourself write. Tip number 6 is to know what you're going to write ahead of time, aka have a plan. I've mentioned this in prior videos, but it's really difficult to sit down and start writing when you don't know what it is you're going to write about. I always like to map out the scene or chapter that I want to write next the night before. That way, when I wake up in the morning, I can reference my notes, shift my mind into gear, and start writing. Think about it as if you were taking a road trip. You wouldn't just hop in your car, put the pedal to the metal, and see where you end up, because this could result in running out of gas in the middle of nowhere, i.e. writer's block, taking indirect or roundabout routes, i.e. writing efficiency, and trying to figure out where you're headed in the moment, i.e. getting distracted and watching Netflix instead of writing. It's a much better idea to have a plan and map out the destinations you want to hit on your road trip, much like creating an outline for your book and knowing what scenes you're going to write next. Tip number 7 is to set a length of time to write with frequent breaks. Setting daily word count targets is great, but if you struggle to meet word count goals, try setting a length of time to write with frequent breaks. I found that I tend to write anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes straight, then take a 10 to 15 minute break away from my computer and screen. So usually I'll go for a walk or take the dogs to the dog park, and then I'll come back and write for another 30 to 45 minutes. Now, you may find what works best for you is writing for 10 minutes and taking 5-minute breaks, or writing for 20 minutes and taking 10-minute breaks. Similar to the productivity exercise we talked about earlier, time yourself and keep track of your productive writing streaks to optimize your writing productivity. Tip number 8 is to reward yourself. Whether it's with 30 minutes of watching your favorite show or playing video games, make sure to reward yourself after a productive writing session. Having something to look forward to will motivate you to get those words down and meet your goal for the day. Tip number 9 is to find accountability buddies. Finding people who will hold you accountable to your writing goals is a great way to get your productivity levels up. For me, creating a YouTube channel has been great for this. I know that I have people counting on me to write these words and get these books out there, and that's more than enough motivation to keep me going. If YouTube isn't your thing, start a blog and keep track of your daily writing log. Join Wattpad or Scribophile. Find people who will hold you accountable for writing those words and check in with them regularly. My 10th tip is to show up consistently. Notice how I didn't say show up every day. I absolutely hate it when people say you're not a writer if you don't write every single day. This is simply not true. I believe that too much of one thing is never a good thing. Hence the reason why we all try to strive for this little thing called balance. I tend to write only 5 days a week because I need one full day to get all the nonsense done that I couldn't get done because I was writing, and one full day to rest and recharge my batteries. If you're someone who writes 7 days a week, then that's great. If you write 4 days a week, that's great too. We all have different schedules, different demands, different life situations. So as long as you're showing up consistently for your writing, whatever that may look like, that's all that really matters. And now for a bonus tip, as well as the announcement that I said I was going to make at the beginning of this video. Another way to be a more productive writer is to hire a writing coach. Do we see where I'm going with this? I am so excited to announce that on January 15th, 2018 at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, I will officially be launching my self-study coaching program for writers called Valiance. Why did I name it Valiance? Because you have to be brave as hell to want to write and publish a book. This self-study program is designed so that it can fit your schedule. It's as flexible as it needs to be, but it can be completed in as little as 4 months. Valiance is broken out into 6 extensive modules detailing the exact strategies I use used to plan, write, edit, publish, and market my books, as well as how to maintain and grow your author platform and increase book sales. Whether you're going the self-publishing route or the traditional publishing route, Valiance provides you with all the tools you'll need to make your dream of becoming an author a reality. Each module includes an introductory video, detailed fillable workbooks, checklists, cheat sheets, guides, and technical system tutorials, as well as exclusive resources that you won't find anywhere else. In addition to each module, you'll also get deep and intensive self-study coaching that will teach you how to get beyond the technical nuts and bolts of writing, editing, and publishing a book, and uncover the deeper issues that have been holding you back up until this point. Plus, you'll get access to a private Facebook group of supportive, like-minded writers where you can share your writing journey, ask questions, and share your struggles and wins along the way. And later on in June 2018, for those that have completed the self-study program or are just starting, I will open up the option to add on one-on-one coaching calls with me for an additional fee. However, there will be a very limited number of spots due to my current schedule. Payment plans are available for the Valiant self-study writing program, as well as the add-on of one-on-one coaching. To get more information on the different modules, packages, and pricing, please go to kristenmartinbooks.com/valiance-coaching-program. And don't forget to mark your calendars for Monday, January 15th. Let's make your dream of becoming an author a reality. So there you have it, my super exciting announcement about Valiance and also 11 ways to help you become a more productive writer. If you like the content today or if it helped you in any way, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future writing advice videos. All of my Amazon best-selling books, The Alpha Drive, The Order of Omega, Restitution, and Shadow Crown, are available for purchase on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, The Book Depository, and Books A Million. You can also order signed paperback copies of all of my books on my website at kristenmartinbooks.com, and then just click on the Buy Books tab on the menu bar. If you are a fan of audiobooks, make sure to check out my affiliate link with Audible listed in the description box below. You can get a free audiobook download and a free 30-day trial for their service. Who doesn't love free stuff? So make sure you check them out. If you didn't already know, I have started podcasting. You can find my podcast on iTunes and SoundCloud under That Smart Hustle. I am officially attending BookCon again next year in New York City on June 2nd and June 3rd. I will have a booth number 1242 where I'll be selling and signing copies of all of my books, so I hope to meet all of you there. And if you're not already following me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, make sure you do that for daily writing inspiration and advice, as well as to stay up to date on any price promotions, announcements, or giveaways that might be going on. If you have any questions or think of a topic for one of my next videos, please leave it in the comments down below. Again, I want to thank you so much for watching. I would love for you to hit that subscribe button on your way out. Don't forget, I post new writing advice videos on Mondays and personal day in the life vlogs on Thursdays. I will see you guys next time. Bye!